Wow, it's amazing to be back here. What a great country. A weekend of 250 we just had. I mean, I can't tell you, I had so much fun. But I tell you, I feel threatened and I'm worried. I feel like I could be, if I don't have an American flag on me, or if I'm not waving the flag, or with other people with flags, I'm worried about it. How about you, Lisa?
I am never, ever worried. I'm sunny and happy when I see flags.
That's fantastic. And you know what's really fantastic? That you're here in person. You come up from sunny Florida. Now you're here. You're going to give us some news. But tell us else what's happening. We'll go around the stage here and everybody can get a chance to say hello. Lisa, I'll start with you.
Okay, hi, it's great to be back. I'm very happy to be here on stage with this crew, this amazing, most patriotic crew and the most amazing venue in the planet.
Johnny boy, what's going down?
Well, for me, it's my favorite month of the year, and my patriotism lasts the whole month. It actually lasts all year. You know, I love our country. I'm not afraid to go out and do anything with it. But yeah, if you wear some colors, you're going to get picked on, or somebody's going to make a comment about you because there's so many lunatics out there. But great month for America, and I'm so proud to be here.
Gino, did you have a good weekend celebrating it, or you're still busy working?
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I was just on my phone sending the link to the America First Warehouse YouTube page, which is growing in leaps and bounds thanks to you, Patriots. And speaking of which, I got the hell out of New York City, went to Connecticut, and hung out with people, my friends up in Connecticut, that started The Secret Show, which was a comedy show we did during the lockdown in people's yards when the government and so many of idiots are like, hey, yes, please take all my freedom. So my 4th was delicious.
That's fantastic. Now we got the wonderful Kevin Downey Jr., who pretty much patriotism all over the place. It exudes off of him.
That's actually B.O. But I had a great Independence Day. Thank you. I had the pleasure and the privilege of being in the J.D. Vance motorcade.
Saw those pictures.
Yeah, thank you. A nice little photo of me with.
Who'd you drive? Tell us.
I can't tell you.
Oh, you can't. I'm sorry.
Sorry, that's a secret. It's classified.
That's all right. You were allegedly on January 6th, and allegedly the FBI will be coming in to see you.
Allegedly.
Can you not tell because you were driving that Plattner guy from Maine, and there was a little kerfuffle in the back?
You
know,
By the way, can we change the name of it to the New York Times Up? Because no one with a brain in their head still believes that paper.
You know, I broke into his house, and well, now we're dating. Now we're dating.
Now you're dating. Hey, I see that in the news, in the Democratic War Room, we have Luke the Nuke over there. Luke, how'd you doing? How did your show go this weekend?
Well. Thank you for asking.
That's it? Just went well? What was your favorite song? How was your favorite cigar?
My favorite song I played so far was Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. You got to play that during the 4th of July.
That's a
play it
great
all day.
choice. Great song, and you're a good man. I went outside, I couldn't find one piece of garbage out there. He's the hardest working garbage picker-upper that we got.
You say that, yet you woke me up in my car in that very parking lot.
He did miss one piece.
One piece of garbage.
He did miss one piece, Gino. All right, listen, let's get some top stories out of the way. I know, Lisa, you got some top stories for us to share?
I do. So first of all, we have some amazing guests today, so you have to stay tuned. We have Chris Bogart, we have Jill, hold on, her book is right here, Jill Cuny Cohen, and then we also have Jamie Crow. So you have to stay tuned for those amazing guests. Okay, let's break down the news. Why did I say I was Sunny? Because Sunny Hostin had the audacity to say that American flags make her feel uncomfortable. She feels afraid when she sees them. This just goes along with the rest of the insightful anti-American rhetoric that we hear on the show, The View. But you know what? It's necessary to have shows like that so that we can look upon those who try to influence the negative perceptions of America and do not highlight the beauties. Talking about that, let's move on to Mom Donnie. So the mayor of New York City took an opportunity to sit behind the presidential desk of George Washington and spew more insults and anti-American rhetoric regarding white supremacy and regarding how we have an authoritarian regime, and also stating that the borders are closed, the frontier is closed, but naturalized citizens will bring bring it back. And then it spans out to what were newly naturalized citizens, including himself, and how they will endure and make a new America. Very interesting. The back of him had no indication of red, white, and blue, but more associated colors with communism. From that point, we had Elon Musk get very agitated because Mamdani also had the audacity to call out his $1 trillion jump recently and say people are making trillions while children are starving in America. Elon Musk said to him, "You are a taker, and I am a maker." So that is, in and of itself, enough said. Give it up for Elon Musk at the mic drop. Moving on from there, we have an issue with Soros again, back in the game of New York, playing with land in Shelter Island. He has now purchased approximately 120 or 210 acres. 18 parcels, people. 18 parcels of land in Shelter Island. The Shelter Islanders are not happy, and they cannot quite understand what he's doing there. Some are thinking that it might be another compound like Zuckerberg built in Hawaii. I'm going to put maybe possibility that he's going to create AI data servers on the island. I don't know, but I guess we'll just have to wait to see. Keep our eyes and ears open for that. Matt Palumbo wrote a book, The Man Behind the Curtain, regarding Soros, and I suggest that people take a minute to look at that, where we find that Soros funded all of the low PACs or other organizations that bring a lot of chaos into other countries, and most especially in America, such as Open Society, Human Rights Campaign, and the No Kings protests. So if the man really does love America, why would you continue to bash it and bring it down? Let's remember that he made his first wealth off of the British pound, breaking it in short, as they called him, breaking England or going against England. So let's just keep that in mind. That downfall is his success. Moving on from there, we have, sadly, the opening of the Tyler Robinson Charlie Kirk assassination case this month. And as the judge viewed the video of the assassination, he literally flinched and had to close his eyes. That's how disgusting it was. And what perception do we have from Tyler Robinson? According to Jack Prosiak, he sat there and basically laughed and looked like he had no remorse throughout the trial, beginning of the trial. Going straight from that to maybe more happier things, let's give a shout out to Sophie Cunningham, Indiana WNBA. I'm going to give this to all of you and let you know that that finger point stands for a lot more than what we present, right? That what she presented. She's defending her teammate, Caitlin Clark, with that finger point, but it stands for a lot more. How you will not allow anyone to be bullied. That is a great player, that is a great person, and that's what we need to remember. So 250 years, we love you.
Unbelievable, Lisa. I'm telling you, I love when you bring it to the table all that's happening. I'm shocked that Soros is buying Shelter Island. My wife and I had vacationed there once before. You got to take a little ferry to get over there. It's quite a private island, I will tell you that. So if there's anybody that's happy in that Shelter Island, are the ones that sold their homes for probably twice its value, is what I'm thinking. Yeah. They're moving in. And talking about moving in, and I have to be very careful because we are shadow banded forever. I mean, it just feels like we can't get out of the mud. When we hear things that are going on, and John and I went to Dallas last week. Somebody's in my ear. John and I went to Dallas last week, and we watched and witnessed a movie that we're going to be showing here at the warehouse. We're not going to share it on our social media, but we are going to share it directly on the website and directly on our app, because they can't do nothing about that. I've been seeing it and watching it. For whatever we do, no matter how the great things that come out of the warehouse, it's shadow banded. Red, white, and blue colors on the app. America first. Anything that have to do with America. The truth is not getting out. Gino.
Hi.
You feel the same way.
I could not agree
more.
more.
You are a shadow bandit.
These are people we've watch. I'll do this so I sound intelligent. I couldn't agree more. A lot of people have been shadow banned for speaking the truth, which is something you're not getting in mainstream media now. You're certainly not getting it from, we said it, the New York Times should be called New York Times Up. And if ever that was apparent, it's what's going on with this Plattner guy. They literally had the woman that came forward today. They interviewed her years ago, and they didn't follow up with all the terrible things she said about him. She's like, we'll just let it go. because they wanted to put this guy in office. But you people, and I can say you people, we're in a good neighborhood. You people are the ones that we need to keep spreading the word of this, sharing the YouTube page, sharing the app, and just keep coming back and hanging out with the good guys.
Kevin, do you feel like you're shadow banded?
I concur.
No, I did that already. I did that bit.
It was much better with Kevin, though. Sorry, Gino.
Because he
I
has the
concurred.
brain behind those
Well,
glasses.
he concurred.
You merely agreed. I concurred.
I apologize.
And may I say, kudos to Gino and I for not jumping up and down when you said we took a little ferry to Shelter Island, because I went,
Well, I'll tell you, I jumped a little.
Lisa, you shadow banned?
Okay, so I don't think so, because believe it or not, I'm not really super, I'm sorry, my earpiece is going off. I'm not really super heavy on social media, but, I don't know if I'm shadow banned. But
Well,
if
I
I'm there-
want to thank both Gino and Kevin Downey Jr. They have other platforms outside of the America First podcast that we show every morning, and they are very hard to compete against. They have a show on Wednesday, right across the board. You guys, are the best show out of the America First Warehouse. I hate
thank
to
you.
say it, but I don't want to. I hate being second place. I only like to win. I
Any
don't-
show we all do together is the best show. I mean, this is the network. This really is like, I will say this, like, I'm very, not like it's hard to say, I'm very proud of what we do here, of what you've let me do. And from the second he was dumb enough to invite me and let me in here, the space, anyone that sets foot on this space knows how amazing it is. It's like all the people that came over. Kevin's doing the glasses thing and making me laugh. Cut it.
I concur.
We all concur, I think.
But it's this warehouse, and I'll make it a broader, analogy. It's like all the people that came over from the other countries for the World Cup, and they're like, this space is amazing. America's amazing. Back to you,
You're
big guy.
amazing. Commercial break.
Most people think they have options when searching for the best deals when they travel. But here's the shocking truth. 100% of the major travel agencies are owned by just two entities, Expedia and Booking Holdings. They claim to offer the lowest rates, but due to the hotel rate parity agreement, they all have the same pricing, limiting genuine competition. When you book through these sites, you act as your own travel agent, but the profits are going to organizations that don't support our patriot values. We cannot allow that to continue. So, we decided to make travel great again by starting a US-based travel membership platform, mypatriottravel.com. We are patriots helping patriots. Together, we can disrupt the travel industry by not spending our hard-earned dollars supporting the radical left. For just $29.99 per month, you gain access to true wholesale rates on travel, saving you on average 35% and up to 65%. Book as often as you like, with no limits. Keep your hard-earned dollars in your pocket and spend them on things you need and want to support. Go to mypatriottravel.com/TAFW and grab your membership today. mypatriottravel.com/TAFW. Making travel great again.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
I'm sure you guys remember the platinum single Justice for All with Donald Trump and the J6 Prison Choir. Well, get ready for round two. We're coming out with Anthem of the Free with High Res and the J6 Prison Choir. It's coming out now. It's pre-sale until December 19th when it drops. Get yours on all platforms, Google Play, Apple iTunes. Get it. It's going to be hot.
Justice for all, our voices ring. The anthem of the free.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Back here at the America First Warehouse, and I'm going to bring in a very good man who's really not afraid. We were talking about shadow banning a little bit before. We got a country boy over here. He's got this great movie that's coming around. He can't seem to get it going. Right, the Alamo, Sharia law. Can we just start with the truth that we're getting directly from the mouth of the Islamic Republic, and then we're going to bring in my man. That #1 video. There we go.
When we say America will be a Muslim country someday, inshallah, people look at us with skepticism. But the reality is, that's our goal. Everybody has their own idea of what they want America to be. We believe the best thing for Islam, best thing for America is Islam. Islam will rule the...
Click, click. Bring in my friend Bugard, Chris Bugard, the patriot, and leading this battle down the road. Did you see some truths over there, Chris? What are we trying to get across with your movie?
No, you're absolutely right. First, I mean, well, the most important thing is if you're not first, you're last. And
Ricky
Joe,
Bobby.
I think you understand that because that's why I think you always come in first. That's a Ricky Bobby thing.
Ricky
It's a
Bobby.
country thing. He wasn't
great
from
reference.
Texas. I guess y'all New Yorkers don't get
Yeah,
that.
NASCAR's not on top of our list.
No, you're spot on, man. And let me tell you about this. You know, the Muslim Brotherhood, its stated mission is to take down America from within. And in the intelligence services, everybody believes that CARE is the propaganda arm of the Muslim Brotherhood. And they've set their sights on Texas because if they take down Texas, they take down America. You take down America, you take down the United States. And the reason our movie is Remember the Alamo is not just because my ranch is here in Texas. It's because Texas, you guys are a minority in New York. Let me just say this. You guys are ballsy. You guys love America. You guys aren't afraid to stand up and speak. New York isn't like that. You know, Joe, you came down for our Texas premiere. It was so awesome to have you and your brother down here. We thought we were going to do a New York premiere. We talked to Fifth Avenue Presbyterian Church. My wife used to be a member there. And after negotiating on price and dates and all that stuff to do the premiere there, they sent us an email saying that we don't share their values. Wow. So then we reached out to 2 of the synagogues in Manhattan, 2 of the biggest synagogues there. They were all on board. They agreed with us that never again is now, and it was time to stand together. And a bunch of us Texas Christians were going to come up to New York and help them. They also talked about dates and how much it would cost and how big their theaters were. And then they ghosted us. Wouldn't even return a call. Wouldn't even say, oh, we had a big meeting on it, and sorry, guys, we just don't want that kind of attention. But y'all are standing up. You guys are freaking America. And living here in Texas, I just got to say, I may not speak the same language as y'all do, but we share. I'm sure we share kindred DNA, and we're just so blessed that y'all are on this team. And the two words I want to teach y'all's audience before we get started is one is hijra. Hijra is Arabic for immigration jihad. Back in the 600s, that's how Muhammad left Mecca and took over Medina. It was through immigration jihad. You're seeing it in Europe. You're seeing it happen right now in Texas. The other word I want you all to remember is taqiyya. And taqiyya means you are allowed to lie for the will of Allah. You are allowed to lie in the furtherance of jihad. And you'll see all this stuff in the movie, but I'm just so blessed to be on your show.
So they're allowed to lie with their religion. First of all, Chris, great to have you here. I didn't recognize you without your cowboy hat because that trip down there was wonderful and felt so welcome. And I know they were attracted to us because we don't sound like you guys, that's for sure. But this is Awakening, and this is a movie that has to be seen. It can't be banned. We have to get it out there because there's a lot of truth to it. And when you say that, because I know that they are friendly. So I have a lot of friends that I met that I thought were friends and they were Muslim, but I think that they're allowed to lie. That's what triggered me on your statement over there. So they can pretend to be my friend.
You know, Joe, I had my life saved in Kenya by a young Muslim ranger named Abdi. I'd go in the world to help that young man. I've been 20 years now, so anymore. But I love that guy. But Abdi isn't in Texas trying to subvert the Constitution and replace it with Sharia law. Abby has been screaming at the store owners in my downtown here, saying that you can't sell alcohol, that you have to cover up. This is a whole different. I hate to say this.
Say it.
We didn't look for this conflict, but it's come to us. And Islam is not a religion. If you get one thing from the movie, you get this. Islam is a civilization, and it's a civilization with a totally oppressive political system, and its laws are Sharia. And Sharia hasn't changed since 640 AD. And that's where we are. I'm not against any people. I don't want to see any violence. And folks that have come here for our rights and they love the freedom of America, and you've come here from an Islamic state, God bless you. Enjoy America. But understand that those rights that you enjoy come from God, our Creator, the Father of Jesus Christ, and that's what makes us special. Don't come here to this country and try to take down the Constitution and replace it with Sharia. I just don't think those folks have any business in the country.
Well, you can jump up and down and say that we don't want it, but it is happening. New York City is right behind you with Texas and what they're going on. It's just incredible when you walk and you see the way they're dressing. They're not assimilating to us whatsoever. And I'm glad my brother doesn't go over to that coffee shop anymore, because honestly, I think they were slowly killing him. And I don't trust this. Now, we were talking about our shadow band. So how many people were able to see your movie, Chris? And what state? Where can we watch it?
I'm so glad you brought that up. So, Joe, you saw the movie. At the end of the movie, we made a Disney cartoon. It's a music video, the little cowgirl that goes around protecting Texas, and the real catchy song in it. I've been making videos like that for 20-some years. I've had over 1/3 billion views on the videos I've made. I believe we've got about 2,000 views on this cartoon now. And we put that out to test and see how the algorithms were going to hit us. It hit us so freaking hard. We've only got 2,000 views. I don't know if y'all posted that, if y'all are shadow banned, but the word is not getting out. We just got, Joe, after y'all were down here, the Dallas Express gave us an amazing review. This is a Dallas newspaper. They gave the movie an amazing review. Nothing. You share that, you put it to somebody. My friends are putting it on their Facebook. 0 comments, 1 comment, 0 views. So and what you see in the movie is we're not just fighting Islam, we're fighting the Red-Green Alliance, because it's the Marxists that have come in, just like Yuri Bezmenov said they would, to take down the country from the inside, the Marxists have aligned with the Islamists, and that's what's controlling the media. That's what's controlling so much of what we're working with. That's why, thank gosh, for guys like you, we're going on tour to take the movie out to the country so they can't shut us up.
I will do anything to keep the truth from, I want the truth, and it really, people don't see this. And I study the Bible, I study the Lord, and I'm trying to be as close to Him as I can. But this organization and this civilization that's coming in is not interested in the West. They're not interested in our ways. Kevin, do you experience the same thing that I have, or?
Well,
Son of a bitch.
let me just say I concur with everything you're saying, sir. Yeah, I've noticed that, they're here to take over. They're all over the internet saying, we're here to take over, like the gentleman you showed in your movie there. I've seen dozens of tapes where they say, we're here to take over, and when you speak out against it, you got to go away. All right? This happened during COVID, when those of us with a brain said, hey, I don't think that COVID came from a bat sandwich. I think it came from the CIA funding Wuhan. And so, yeah, I see it clear as day. I talk about it every day. I love that you mentioned the Red-Green Alliance. My question for you, sir, is have you ever seen a nun explode? No, it's never a nun. It's always them.
Well, you remember that time there was that busload of Buddhists that blew up in Dallas? Oh, wait, no, that was something else. Never mind. But while you're on that, something happened here in Texas not long ago. They attacked. We had an Islamic attack on Boudreaux's, which is a nightclub down in Austin, Texas. And in Texas, everybody carries guns everywhere unless you're in a 51% organization, meaning if a business makes 51% of their income from alcohol, you're not allowed to carry in there. This guy picked that particular bar for a reason, because he knew they couldn't shoot back. He drove by, shot him with the pistol, parked his car, came back with a rifle, killed a couple more people because those kids weren't armed. Those images of that lone attacker killing Texans in the capital of Texas went out to all of Islam. And that is seen as a huge part of jihad. And we're fighting jihad here, guys. It's not just the shootings that we're dealing with down here, but it's also halal food, forcing halal food on people. It's the call to jihad. It's shutting down major intersections where you have a whole bunch of military-age men shutting down the street and praying. There's plenty of room in the mosques. That's jihad. They are claiming the territory. This is a clash of civilizations. My friend Laura Logan, God bless her.
Yes.
Says it so clearly. It's a clash of civilizations. My buddy Tommy in the UK, man, his 13-year-old cousin was raped by a room of bearded Muslim men. They didn't get arrested. Police didn't want to be racist, and the folks that are in the government, those men didn't do anything wrong. Under Islamic law, that girl wasn't covered up. She was allowed to be raped like that. That's what we're facing, kids.
We got to get Elon Musk to post it on X, like that other movie that they're trying to block.
That's quite a good idea there, Johnny boy. I don't know how you feel about that, Chris, but if they got that like that Vigilante movie that went out, your movie certainly would make it there too. And then, are they shadow banning? We got 30 seconds left. Is X shadow banning you?
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. I mean, if people want to see the movie, they can go to rememberthealamomovie.com. And we're on Remember the Alamo Movie on X. And like I said, I think we've got less than 2,000 views in 2 weeks of that cartoon. We're not getting any hits on the reviews. It's really sad, but it's what it is.
Chris, don't give up on us. Please, don't give up. And I'm going to tell you, too, you want to watch the film, you go to www.theamericafirstwarehouse.com. We will be posting it on our network, our free network that we can't be shut down. God bless you, Chris.
God bless you all. See you.
Thank you,
Me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic place in all the land. Hey, I'm here getting cleansed up. You know why? Because Sugar Creek Goods is a great place by patriots, making patriot soaps, making me smell nice. And that's what's nice. Who wants to go down the street and smell of somebody bad in New York City? Hey, by the way, what's this thing for?
250 years ago, a nation was born, built on courage, driven by freedom, defined by patriots who stood their ground. Today, we don't just remember that legacy, we wear it. This is more than a shirt. It's a symbol of strength, freedom, and pride. I'm Steve Stern, COO of theflagshirt.com, and I invite you to celebrate 250 years of the United States with us. Wear your pride, stand for something, get your shirts today.
You know what is more disappointing than Gino Visconti, everyone?
My sex life?
No, bad cell service. Let's make fun of Gino. Oh, wait, he's here.
Well, speaking of the opposite of his sex life, these people have towers that are huge and they're everywhere. And while you're traveling, you can use these huge towers. PatriotMobile.com/, it bends to the right, I don't have to tell you, TAFW. And then you can talk about me behind my back.
Patriotic people doing patriotic things.
Corporate transfer, fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
It's me, Joe the Box, and I'm John the Blanket with the America First Podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino Podcast coming to you from the America First Warehouse.
Welcome, everybody, to the James Justice Show, tearing these airwaves apart with all the craziness that goes on in the world.
Welcome to the Patriots Podcast. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First Warehouse in Long Island, New York.
Shane Jenkins here with another episode of Liberty's Cage. Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Red, Right, and True.
We are streaming live on America First Media and Television app.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
We're back here at the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land. And there's so much to discuss and bring out that people need to hear and see. And I have two great patriots with us today that are joining us on stage. And I'm going to introduce Jamie Crow, my friend on the left of me. If you can give me a full shot of the stage, or there's Jamie right there. She's sitting in Kevin Downey's seat. I love Jamie Crow. She loves the country. She loves January 6th. She was very involved. I met her on Freedom Corner. She's been up to the warehouse, many events. She had given me a beautiful blanket with the stars and stripes on that I wrapped myself in, and somebody created a funny meme with me holding it with my flag. I can't thank you enough for that. But more than anything, Jamie Crow was responsible for the January 6th flag and probably going to every single Donald J. Trump Republican rally on the East Coast and all over. Very big supporter of our friends on January on the Freedom Corner. How are you, Jamie Crow? Thank you for coming on my show.
Well, thanks, Joe. I got a surprise for Joe. He doesn't know. Can you guys roll that, please?
A surprise?
A surprise.
I love surprises.
Nikki.
History is full of bravery. Heroes fought for our equality. Now is the time to make peace and forgive our faults. Because united we stand, or divided we will fall. I still believe in us. My America, you're still the land I love. Though a little bruised up, stars and stripes still cry liberty over evil, over tyranny. But I still.
I don't know why that. Okay.
Look at the jump, I love it.
Joe is
fantastic.
a January. He's our hero.
Oh.
He does a lot for January 6th. He doesn't ask for anything. He does amazing things. And we need to say her name. It's Ashley Babbitt.
Ashley Babbitt, Ashley Babbitt, Ashley Babbitt, Ashley Babbitt. Now, that was the chant for quite some time. Mickey came to the Freedom Corner, the house. You visited many times. You were down on that corner. Rain, snow, sleet, and hell. You get a lot of credit for that. You are a great person, and thank you for that video that you put together of me. I really like the dance moves.
Yeah. He does everything for January.
What's next for you? Where you headed next? I mean, you're
Where
going to
am
be
I
on our
headed
shows,
next?
but yeah.
Doing a book about January 6th, Over the Wall, J6 and beyond.
Wow.
It's gonna be great.
But Jesus had called me to read as much as I can. I grabbed a bunch of books already from J6ers that came out, the Bible study, and just to read is a very fundamental. Now, speaking of reading, we have a new guest. Can you introduce our new guest, Lisa?
Yes, I will, and proud to do so. On the platform today, we have Jill Cohen, and she is an author and writer with 40 years of experience across all types of venues in the writing world. She is also a podcast host for The Beach Report. Aside from that, Jill speaks from her experiences with 9/11, including this book, Like It Was Yesterday, and we are so happy to welcome Jill Cohen today.
Jill, how you doing?
Thank you guys so much for inviting me here. I had no idea that this place
even existed until Jamie told me about it, and it's even better than what she told me it would be. So thank you guys so much. It's been so amazing to come out here and meet all of you, but this place, wow.
Well, you see, I would see you, Jill, and I would feel very comfortable coming to you, talking to you, because I feel very safe with you. You have America all over your place. But what really got me was that your story from 9/11. Can you tell us about that?
So on 9/11, my brother was in the building next to the World Trade Center on Water Street. He was working for the Chase Manhattan Bank. And that was when I first heard that the towers had been hit by a plane. Of course, I was terrified. We all remember where we were on 9/11, if we were alive at that moment. But it really hit me personally because I had lived in New York City with my brother. We lived in Staten Island, and we had this amazing view of the World Trade Center. And to find out that he was involved, I mean, it was just unbelievable. I couldn't get a hold of him. And I kept calling. You know, a lot of people would get messages, too, from their loved ones that day. And they said, I'm okay, don't worry about me. But it didn't turn out to be that way. I got one of those messages, too. But I was lucky. My brother was okay. Wow. And he survived 9/11. I started a diary that day. Now, I'm a journalist. I've graduated from journalism school in 1987. And ever since then, I have tried to tell stories of real Americans, the people in my community. I was never a political journalist. I worked for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette since 2001. Actually, I started writing for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette right after 9/11. And I had moved here from Switzerland. And cut me off. I'm going to go like in lots of tangents. But
in 5.5 minutes, we will.
So anyway, I moved here from Switzerland. My ex-husband, my children were born in Switzerland, and we were there for 10 years. I left this country because I quite frankly was not happy with the way, especially the food was being tainted. Wow. And I didn't want to raise children here. And so I went to Switzerland, and I met a guy on a visit over to Europe, and suddenly Switzerland became my place. So I moved to Switzerland. I became a Swiss citizen, which is not an easy thing for an American girl to do. You actually have to prove that you can speak the language fluently. I don't even know how I pulled that off, but I did. And you also have to prove that you will be a good citizen in your community. So a panel of your neighbors are there questioning you. And they said to me, what do you do for your community? And I'm like, well, I'm a writer, and I help people who are moved here from other countries to have their babies, like my British friends, my Australian friends. And they looked at me and they're like, yeah, no. What else do you do? I said, well, I volunteer for kindergarten twice a week. Das ist gut. Willkommen zu Switzerland. And it all worked out from there. So that was great. But we ended up moving back to America in 1999. And came through here in Hurricane Floyd was hitting New York City. We pulled in right during that hurricane. Anyway, it was a kind of a sign of times to come. And so back to the book. I decided in 2015, actually 2014, that kids weren't being taught about 9/11. They didn't know anything about it. They certainly weren't remembering it if they weren't alive at the time, and if they were very young, they didn't remember it. So I wrote that book as a history book and a lesson, especially about the way everybody came together after 9/11. Our country was unified in a way that it has not ever been
all over
again.
the place.
Yes.
I've never seen so many flags down the block with that 9/11. So when you left the United States because you didn't like the way the food is being processed, all the different colors, the Maha movement, you must be very proud of that.
I'm so excited about it. You have no idea. This just makes my heart so full to see that they're starting to recognize the food pyramid was a total lie. I mean, the opposite is apparently in today's society, the opposite is true about almost everything. So, and the food that we eat, people are chronically sickened by it.
Can I tell you how excited I am for you today? Because both of you will be on Sarah Carpenter's show, The Peacemaker. Sarah Carpenter was a police officer during 9/11.
I know.
And she had to go through some tremendous, people that just, your mind, how do you handle something like that, being part of it? And then to compound it, Jesus took her down to July 6th, and she went in with a tambourine as her weapon and a rosary.
Wow.
Wow, how bad is that? So how did you two become friends?
We,
God put us together.
yeah, it's
Just
really-
seriously, I can't tell you any other way. Just all of a sudden there was Jamie, and she was in my life, and we met for the first time at the 9/11 the memorial in Shanksville on 9/11 this past year, and it's just like I met a sister.
Well, you
So-
guys wear the same hat, so I figure you'd get along.
yeah, I don't know how we didn't even plan that.
We didn't, and
we
it was amazing when I went to 9/11. It was like we were sisters. We were meant to be. It was God's will that we needed to be together and do this stuff.
You both have
together.
great messages, that are coming across. I think that it's so true. They've shut down the story of 9/11 and the truths. I think more is going to come out of it. Jill, what's the best way for our friends to get a hold of you and get a copy of your book?
Oh, so please go to my website. It's jillbooks.com, JILLBOOKS, as in Jill writes books, and .com. And my website has that book, like it was yesterday, of course, which I'm writing a sequel right now to that book. And I'm also writing a new book. I wrote a book about my adoption. I was adopted as a tiny baby. And my book is called Do You Think About Me on My Birthday? So it's kind of like my life story. And the crazy thing, I was stalked by my biological father.
Wow.
And so I call
We
it
need 2 shows to cover everything that you got going
a
on.
mind-blowing adoption story.
Wow. It's great and wonderful and miraculous how Jesus works in our lives if you understand him and get him. So where do we find you, Jamie?
Where do you find me? I'm still supportive of January 6th until we get justice. When justice is served, I'll go on to something new. But the new book, Jill's also helping me with the book.
I'm publishing her
She's
book.
publishing my book for me.
I do everything by myself.
That's fantastic.
Wow.
We're going to talk a lot more after the show, and as we go through, they'll be on all of our shows today and tomorrow. We're blessed to have you. Thank you for coming on, Jill and Jamie, my 2 new friends.
We are blessed.
Yes, Jill.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic, America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Hey, Paul, I was having a pillow fight with Gino's wife.
Me too.
Yeah.
She's
I
not
was
supposed
there.
to stay
I
up that
remember.
late.
I have the video. And now let me tell you, talk about soft. When I think soft pillows, I think of other than Gino's wife, mypillow.com, because these are the best pillows you're ever going to get. You can go to mypillow.com /TAFW. Go now, get your My Pillow right now.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today.
I got to tell you, a lot of my followers are asking, hey, Midnight, where are you getting all that energy from? I say, you want to know the truth? I take about 25 milligrams of Adderall a day. But that eventually ends, and then that's where Agara coffee comes in. I start drinking this stuff, and it boosts my energy. It shoots me right through to the moon. If you're not drinking a Gara coffee and you need that extra boost during the middle of the day, I'm telling you right now, get this into your system, and I promise you that it will absolutely take you to a whole nother level. Midnight, I am out. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country. So back, it's unbelievable. Listen, I brought my two boys back over here, my two favorite, KDJ and Gino Bisconti. We brought them back on set. We had a great conversation with Jill and Jamie. We brought in Chris Bugard. This is like the most organized, best-run show I think we have. Anybody else want to comment on that? All right, let's get it on.
Great job, boss.
Thank you, thank you. Listen, I spent a lot of time on this because these next two segments are going to be great. I'm gonna put a comment out there, and what I was looking for was the, I love Donald Trump, if you didn't know that, and he is known to be controversial. Kevin, do you concur?
Yes, indeed I do.
I was saying earlier, if you watch the ceremony on July 4th at 11, and it was even better that it went that late. You know what I mean? And I say this, every time Donald Trump opens his mouth, I want to punch Joe Biden and his supporters in theirs. I do.
It's okay.
Because could you imagine if that happened under Biden? Like it would have been canceled. And Kamala wouldn't have done it. They would not have been in front of Mount Rushmore the day before. And whether you believe or not, and we do, that the 2020 election was stolen, that's the best thing ever, because it gave Trump 4 years to study for Trump 47. Yeah. And who gets to pull the trigger on 250 other than the only president in my lifetime, I'm including Reagan, who loves, if you have a job you love, you'll be really good at it. And Donald Trump loves being president. It's not something he wanted to do like all these other politicians because of his ego, although his ego is a part of it. But he loves it, and he got to celebrate 250. And the best part, one of the best parts was when they wheeled up a 107-year-old man, and he stood up, and he looked better than Biden, and he'd been awake 6 hours later than Biden that night. It is fantastic. So I concur. I too love Trump. Take that. Why do you have to look more
Welcome to the Gino Bisconti show. I mean, I don't know what's going on with this guy.
I want to say I loved Donald Trump too, so put me on that list. And the reason why he's so controversial is because he speaks the truth.
Right.
Do you concur, Kevin?
Kevin.
He's stealing my bit and doing it better.
Indeed I do, John. Indeed I do.
Listen, speaking of controversial statements with brief context, okay? The first one we're going to open up is one of your favorites, Gino. Grab him by the Access Hollywood tape in 2005. This was produced in 2016. Controversial because it was viewed as a vulgar and degrading toward women. Concur?
No, I think you want the man who's running for the most alpha male job in the galaxy, like the most patriotic venue. You want him to be the most alpha male in his behavior. And he said that. He said that, and he called it locker room talk, because much like this fucking show, they talk like dudes talk, and I want a dude running the country who talks like a dude, and you see him do it in all these negotiations.
Thank you, Gino. Thank you, Gino. Get the hook on him. I would like to ask Lisa that question, too. Were you offended by those words from Donald Trump?
All right, I'm going to put it in context. I'm going to go a little bit different from what Gino said, because
Shocking.
You can be an alpha male, but you can still be a gentleman, right? So the context was more so that he was referencing some of the females who do not always act properly when they were coming up for the pageant. And so they were offering themselves in ways to gain leverage. That's really where the context comes from. So let's put things in place.
They were offering leverage.
Besides the fact that it was a private conversation that was taped illegally or what have you, what he was saying was the truth. And that's where the controversy comes in. He was saying that women act differently when they're around a man that has a lot of money and they can get something from it or whatever. I'm not saying anything negative about women because I love women, just like I love Donald Trump, but because he speaks the truth, that's where the controversy comes in.
Kevin, controversial to you?
Not at all. What he was saying was, when you're famous, women let you do what you want. You can grab them by the and they will let you. What he was saying is true. Gino will tell you he was famous, and when he was famous, it was like an hour, but he got, they were throwing it at him.
Oh, the kitty.
Lukey, are you okay with Donald Trump?
Yeah, I'm okay with Uncle Donald Trump. Oh my God. I hate when the mainstream media bashes him left and right.
Yeah.
You are so incredible. I feel like going in there and giving you a big kiss.
A hug.
All right, listen, let's stay on the controversial base because there's a lot of them happening. We don't got a lot of time. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists in his 2015 campaign. Controversial? Johnny.
Not at all. It's just, again, the truth that's going on there, and there are some bad people that came into our country unvetted, and we're obviously paying the price for it because a lot of people are getting hurt because of them.
Kevin.
No, now watch. This is some real mental belly flop work going here, because he says they're not sending their best. They're sending their. He didn't say they're all rapists. He said they are sending their rapists, which they are doing. Well, not anymore because you can't get in the building. Doors locked.
Gino.
Yeah.
You feel that is controversial?
I genuinely concur, which is a fancy word for agree. I do, because that's what he said. He said they're not sending their best. They cut out the beginning, they cut out the end, and they just had him say, like, these are all terrible people. And by the way, most of them were, apparently.
Were you offended by that, Lisa?
You know, I was not. Again, it's all about context, right? So if you put together the end and the beginning, just as Gino just mentioned, then you will understand the fullness of it. So no, not controversial.
Lukey, was he lying or telling the truth?
What are we talking about again?
Bringing drugs. They're bringing crime to the country. Yes, they are. Thank you very much. You concur. All right, next one. Very also another one. This would have been great for Chris Bugard. I call for a complete and total shutdown of Muslims entering the United States. He said it in his 2015 campaign. Was that controversial, Kevin?
Well, no, because they have a tendency to explode, which is always that'll put a damper in your day. And if they're not exploding, they're shooting kids at baseball fields in Katy, Texas, or they're plotting the takeover, or they're trying to shoot up a gay bar in Ferndale, Michigan, outside of Detroit, or they're trying to attack a military installation in Warren, Michigan.
Total shutdown. Gino.
Unlike the elites who gave you COVID to reduce the population, the Muslims are the only people, the elites, who support blowing up the population, exploding the population.
Johnny, is that a controversial statement to you?
Not at all, and I wish I'd hear it more often. I think we should ban all Muslims into the country and then, I'm sorry, deport them. Just like the lady guest that was with us, Jill, over there, she said to get into Sweden wasn't easy. And I imagine Sweden's a pretty nice country since they're concerned and they want their people to assimilate as well. We want the same thing, not controversial at all.
Lisa, is it controversial to you?
Okay, I have family and close friends who are Muslim, and I would say I need them in this country because they've impacted my life in beautiful and positive ways. Controversial in the sense that he is talking about foreign entities, people that are part of what we would call an Islamic type of cartel. We did the same when we had the Japanese and the issue with Hiroshima. They were concentration camps, as they called them, which they weren't. They were internment camps, where you have to vet the people that are coming in. So those type of people at this point, at this stage, after 9/11 and everything that we've been through currently, what's going on in Texas, et cetera, we need to make sure that we vet.
Okay, I'm okay with that because you're so beautiful, Lisa. Right, Lukey?
Right.
You got that one right.
Didn't hesitate at all.
Here's another controversial one coming up because we got some time, 3 minutes, and then we're going to go to T-Mac. There were very fine people on both sides. The Charlottesville controversy, because many believed in minimize the white supremacy violence, though Trump was not also said neo-Nazis and white supremacy should be condemned. What do you think? Controversial there, Gino?
At the risk of offending the Southern Poverty Law Center, which funded all the terrible people on both sides, once again, what we discussed, if you cut out the beginning and you cut out the end and just put the middle, you get the stupid, gullible left that believe he still says that. Obama still says he says that. Biden, wherever he's gurgling his own spit, still says he said that. And speaking of gurgling spit, you better take it off me right now.
KDJ, controversial?
And?
Nope, I concur with Gino again, as I do his bit.
Very fine people.
Much better than me.
He never said they were very fine Nazis. He never said that. Not even close.
I said that.
Yeah, he did. And I was like, Gino, over here. We were at a meeting. Anyway.
Here's the next one. I think it's pretty good. I want to jump on this. I see 2 minutes left. Lukey's sitting in the chair. Oh, he's out of the chair. Lukey, I love you, buddy. We're going to get you in for the last one, okay? We're going to swap you back out again. Here we go. Teresa, now you're in the controversy as well. We are having all these people from shithole countries coming here in 2018 immigration meeting. Johnny, was that controversial to you?
Again, it's the truth. It's not controversy. We got a lot of crazy people that came into this country and unvetted illegally. We got to continue to fight to straighten it out, because when I watch a movie like Chris's movie that we're going to see this Thursday night at the America First Warehouse, you'll open your eyes to how bad it really is, because you don't see it. Not controversial at all, just truth.
Are there shithole countries out there, Lisa?
Oh, unfortunately, there are people of undecent character, and they do, try to do things that are shitty. Okay, I'll say that.
She's unbelievable. She's so beautiful, right,
Closed
Luke?
captions.
No doubt in my mind. Let's jump to another controversial point. We got about a minute.
Can I add one thing to that?
Gino, please add to that.
It wasn't controversial. It was prophetic. If anyone watched Mark Wayne Mullen and Jake Tapper with another failed gotcha moment saying, we're going to deport people to Haiti, it's dangerous for them to get in, and they shut down the airports, he goes, we have planes to get them in. But he was literally saying how dangerous it was to deport people to Haiti because they're being murdered, they're being raped, all these things that define a shithole country.
I think Trump really nailed it myself when he talked about it. It was really regarding the Haitian immigrants that came in, and Haitian was a shithole country, and our friends, the Clinton family, made millions and hundreds of millions of dollars off of that. Pretty crazy. There's about 5 more left that I want to hit on because it's important, but I think we got T-Mac, and she's in the Democratic war room. As you stand by, I see her running over there. We got time for another controversial, and then we'll get T-Mac, okay?
Well, I do know that the protective status of the Syrians and the Haitians, they lose it all, so they all got to go. They're going to be deporting all of them. So they had temporary protective status.
The temporary protective status that 3 judges on the Supreme Court ruled stood for to permanent. Yep. The to retards.
It's unbelievable. How about this one? I really like this one a lot. I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and I won't lose any voters. Was that controversial to say?
No, because he's right.
Yeah.
He's absolutely right. And he's joking. He's obviously... See, a lot of people in the Midwest where I'm from don't understand ball busting. All right? And Trump is a pro at it. He was just ball busting. Of course, they lost their minds because they have to. Oh, he's going to shoot people. And I think, Gino, do you concur?
I concur. In 2 words, classic Trump. I could cure cancer. They'd still hate me.
Yeah.
I could shoot people on Fifth Avenue. I wouldn't lose votes. Both are facts.
If you walk on Fifth Avenue now, though, I have a feeling that you might get shot. That's just the way it is. I wouldn't even think of going there. We got T-Mac. She's lined up in the Democratic war room is what I call it, because the Democrats will destroy our cities, tear down our monuments. And I'm sorry, T-Mac, but that's where you're working from. Bring it on. What's happening? How was your 4th of July? I know you wasn't feeling too good, but I'm going to tell you that was one of the best nights of my life at Bald Hill. Tell us what you got.
It was a great night. I have to say, I like to rally, and I thought I was tougher than that, but the heat really got to me on Friday night. And we are going to show just a couple of clips real quick. Up on the screen, we had Patriot Beach Day on Friday. During the day, Friday night, that was at Bald Hill. We had a booth. That's Joe Tony and the great Natasha Owens.
Yeah!
And that's with her husband, Dave. And then I think we have, that's me with Natasha and Dave. And then we went into a barbecue at Shawn and Rich's, and it was, we went and saw the planes take off, and we were supporting the military planes. So it was a really cool 4th of July weekend. And I hope all of you guys had a great weekend as well. And President Trump's speeches were incredible. So that's going to bring us to our podcast schedule. Every Tuesday and Wednesday, we produce 14 shows, 10 weekly and 4 monthly, and we're going to be adding 2 new shows to line up very soon, so stay tuned for that. You can screenshot that or scan that QR code to get our schedule. And every Thursday night, we have Bible study here at the America First Warehouse with Tom and Amanda Weirman. And in the coming weeks, we're going to be dedicating those Bible studies to America 250 with obviously the faith element. And you can screenshot our rally flyer. That will give you the save the dates up through the end of the year. I feel like we're a little bit out of order here. We are. Okay, this is weird. Car show this Saturday, July 11th. And we will be having vendors. DJ Luke will be in the house spinning some tunes, so bring your classic cars down and register them online. Spectators are free. And I think my order's out, so I'm just going to follow you guys up there. That is our Patriot Range Day on August 1st. That's with John Carroll and Tommy Giacobello. They do a great day, so come join us for that.
Thank you.
And that same day on August 1st, I don't know if that's the next clip. Okay, that's this Thursday, July 9th. Yep. Okay. Chris Burgard's movie. You just saw him earlier in the show. He is a great patriot and a cowboy, as Joe LeBach said. He will be here in person as the director of the movie, so you can come meet him and watch this incredible movie. And then we're going to go to our sponsors and affiliates, and that is AMAC, Mark 37, Patriot Mobile, Agara Functional Coffee, GoldandSilverAccount.com, MyPillow, My Patriot Travel, and our health and wellness, Tallow Honey Gold, LifeVantage, and LifeWave. But fellas, before you go to the QR codes for the end of the show, I just want to show, if you guys can see this, this is our America First Warehouse cup, and we're doing a commemoration to America 250, and you can get this cup in our website and here in the studio and venue. And to recap everything, you can go to the www.theamericafirstwarehouse.com or download our free app, afshows.com. And thank you guys. Back to you.
Great job. It's not an easy process. As I continue to go down this path, I tell everybody that it's divine inspiration to me. There's no way I'm capable of doing this. I'm a moving man. Joe the box. I pick things up. I put them down. That's what I've done my whole life. And here we are, in the grace of Jesus, Lord. We're building a media and television outlet for America First Patriots. It's coming right here, coming through the America First Warehouse. I like to say the voice in the wilderness. And that's where it's at. Okay, so Lisa had some important things to do today, and she had to run off stage. And Luke was sitting way in the Democratic War Room. Then I saw him sitting over there. Now he's sitting with us. We have the last segment here, about 10 minutes left in the show.
Just some dudes hanging out.
Some dudes hanging out.
Kicking it old school.
Johnny,
right,
you
Luke?
got some snacks.
I had me a flathead on the drive-in. Flathead cigar. You like those?
He loves it.
I never had a flathead.
I'll bring you one next week.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to hold you to that one. I'm going to tell you, Gino, because it's very important. He'll be waiting all week. Where's my flathead?
He won't forget.
At least someone will be waiting for me.
You finally got somebody that's gonna
Somebody's like, Gina, someone will be excited to see me.
Well, I'm excited about this last couple of minutes that we have together with the American people. I was blown away by Chris Bugard coming in and the truth bombs that he's throwing out about what's happening in the country. And, you can't convince everybody, but we'll always tell you the truth. I promise you that. All right, here's a couple more controversial statements, and we're going to see how we work on this one. Fake news is the enemy of the people. Fake news is the enemy of the people. Luke, do you think that's controversial?
I agree.
So you concur. You must put your finger to your mouth when
I
you do that.
concur that fake news is the enemy.
The enemy of the people.
CNN is the enemy. ABC is the enemy. CBS is the enemy. And MSNBC is the freaking enemy.
If you're not sure, and watch this, I concur with Luke. If you're not sure that CNN is the enemy, yesterday when Donald Trump may or may not have made that call to get, I always get his name, Flo Bogadon, whatever.
Right.
God forgive me.
The red card.
Yeah, the red card removed. Do you understand? Like, first of all, he's like, I didn't do anything, and he smiled because whether he did or didn't, the left goes nuts. And more importantly, he should have done something because CNN made it seem like such a terrible thing when the president stands up for an athlete. The last president to stand up, the last president to stand up for a male athlete was Joe Biden when he brought back Brittany Griner from the WNBA for a murderer. I concur.
Thank you very much, Gino. Wow. Fake news, enemy of the people, Kevin Downey Jr.?
Fake news, and and unquenchable thirst for more is the double 1-2 punch that is knocking this nation down. Retards over there on the left, they just love it. They just, oh, look at this. It says he drank bleach. Trump's telling people to drink bleach. Never said it.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, the fake news, and they just seem to they don't even apologize for it when they come out. Right, Johnny, he's got something. Johnny, go ahead.
There are a few lawsuits out there for defamation of character through Donald Trump's sons, and for the things that the CNN and the people have said, and they paid for it dearly. They paid a lot of money to Donald Trump for lawsuits he had against them for them continuing the bullshit.
Stephanopoulos called him a rapist when Trump said, "No,
15
I'm not."
million.
Yep, 15
and getting
million.
to the point of arrogance, arrogantly went on Jimmy Kimmel. He's like, yeah, well, that's not going to happen. And of course, he got buried.
Yeah, it was great. I love to see them get kicked in the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
All right, listen, fake news, they don't like me, they don't like you. Fake news, fake news. DVS has a song. I think we're going to put it up on our website. It's a phenomenal. I was just playing it in the van. They hate you, they hate me. Fake news, right, Johnny?
Fake news.
Who is this?
Doesn't the
It's
Constitution
DVS.
say we need
you're
a
going to
free,
have to
fair
play
press?
this on your
You would think. I think
DJ,
it does.
buddy.
CVS?
No, DVS 7.0. He's got a couple
DVS
of songs.
7.0.
Yeah, that's his code, and he's got a song called Fake News. I'm gonna send it to you. You're gonna love it. You're gonna not be able to. You're gonna play
Be one
it
of his
all the
favorite
time.
songs.
All right, here's another one. Russia, if you're listening, controversial because he publicly suggested Russia find Hillary Clinton's emails during the foreign interference controversy. Russia, if you're listening, can you please send us those emails? And guess what? They probably did. I think we have them. It didn't come from Russia, but this is coming out. It's coming out. Kevin.
You know what?
It.
No, I'll say this. He was making a joke, sort of. We all know Hillary Clinton was, working with enemies of the state. Winky, winky.
Yeah.
Concurry. And we also know that anything that anyone on the right does. Remember Elon Musk with his Roman thing? Oh, he's a Nazi. But then Cory Booker does it with a penis in his hand, and no one says a word.
Well, didn't Putin say, what do you mean, hack it, like with an axe?
Did you hack in?
She literally destroyed her computer by dunking it in bleach. Look, and I'm all for making things as white as possible, but that was really just criminal.
Well, I mean, how about the facts that Tulsi Gabbard threw out just the other day? The fake news refuses to cover it. This was an insurrection, treasonous act by a former president of the United States, Barack Hussein Obama. Perhaps you've heard of him, setting up our great president to fail in the eyes of the party. And it's so true and so obvious, and the evidence is there, yet it's going to take Nick Shirley to bring it out.
To bring it out and just put it there for no one to do anything about. No one goes to jail. No, until we charge someone with treason, sentence them to hanging, and commute it, obviously, although I'd love to see them at least do that. At least sentence Fauci to hanging again. Because again, whenever someone brings up the Holocaust now, Fauci's like, hold my beer. Because he's in the tens of millions with people that have died with COVID, the elderly, people that have died from the jab and been injured, and people that are not being born due to the vaccines, okay, and the reduction of population. Tens of millions, which again, I'm going to get stickers made, the Schmolocaust. Holocaust, Schmolocaust.
There was another doctor that did testimony in front of the Senate. You see him on a lot of these commercials. And the only way they could find out if somebody had died from COVID is through the autopsies. So in the autopsies they went through, 79% of the deaths were caused by the COVID vaccine. Fact, he testified in Congress.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. There's something, you have to look it up. It's called calamari or something, because there's certain ways you can't hide what they did. And while COVID was going on, after the jabs and everything, you know what they forgot to cover up? The life insurance people. And life insurance policies for people between 30 and 50 tripled, or some ridiculous number. And the other thing they didn't look at are undertakers who, when they're embalming people, are finding, and I'm not trying to be gross, but if you see the pictures, you'll never forget it. It's like calamari type blood clots in their body that they'd never seen before. And I guess they didn't factor that in. You probably don't.
But the
know.
thing of it
You-
is, they couldn't prove it, though, until autopsies were done.
Yeah.
And the people that they did, they couldn't autopsy everybody, because most of them were cremated anyway. You know what I mean? They want to hide the truth, you get rid of the body and cremate it, you know?
And don't forget, Fauci was behind AIDS, wiped out the gay men. Somehow, Gino, through the grace of God, you survived, and we're very happy.
He doesn't have AIDS anymore.
He has the monkeypox now.
They are saying, by the way, that most of the people that died from AIDS, you said it, they died from AZT. It's amazing how AIDS isn't, sadly, a death sentence. I'm kidding, anymore. It really is ridiculous.
I heard that they did find some kind of a cure for AIDS, you know, and the only one that really received it first was Magic Johnson.
That's when the cure came out. Magic. It was magic.
And he
There's a
got it
joke
first.
saying
There's the money.
A guy whose name is Magic Johnson, like that.
Yeah.
That's got to be a
no
psyop.
pun there intended, huh, Gino?
Complete.
All right, listen, we got 2 minutes left. And this
Your
one,
warehouse will go till 5. Screw these other
we
shows.
could. We can go as long as we have to.
What do you think? I have a job to get
Let's
to?
go till tomorrow. Your guys show tomorrow. We can go all the way through.
Yeah, I think Johnny's got to see Jim Peppers over there on the other
Yeah,
side. cooking for us.
24-hour marathon from here one time.
Here we go.
All right,
This
I'll
is
show.
one of my favorite ones. Somalis are garbage. 2025 remarks reported by Reuters controversial because critics describe the language as inflammatory and racially charged. Yet, these Somalis are such an incredible asset to the American people, aren't they? Gino?
Pain in the ass.
Was that controversial or truth?
Simply put, somebody said this once: if you live in Somalia, if you don't understand what they're doing to, turn states blue, Somalia, if you've never been, thank Christ, but it's a desert. So where do they all repopulate to? The coldest state in the contiguous 48. Oh, that makes sense. Stop it. They're being shipped there to turn that state blue and ruin it, and they did.
Well, Somalia one time was a Christian country, too, taken over by the Muslims.
Didn't know.
All those countries over there.
Johnny boy doing his history over there. So the Somalis, to you, are
Watch
they
the movie,
garbage,
that's what I
Luke?
did.
Somalis garbage.
They are garbage. Because they always go to the prayer of call, like, they go like, oh!
The prayer. They do a prayer. Well, I mean,
Well,
listen.
they can pray in their not synagogues. What are they called where they pray in? They're mosques. They should pray in there, not on the street.
Well, look at all the Somalis that go into the synagogue in Ronkonkoma. Like, that parking lot is, like, packed in general.
Wow. Local news.
Just like the one off the expressway, that new one.
Somalis are garbage, KDJ.
Well, let me just say, I was working in the Mogadishu Chuckle Hut and Beheading Factory, and not big laughers, but a bunch of garbage people, without a doubt, toilet people.
I just think that they made more money in Somalia the last 2 years since they were shipped out of there from Minnesota. All that money.
Now it's a
went
wealthy
overseas
country.
to them.
Millions
Yeah, they're
every
like,
month.
they're redoing their shoreline. 7 seconds left. Here's what I can say. I am blessed to be part of this movement. I'm grateful to my Lord and my friends. And amen to this great country, because we're not giving it up that easy.
Amen.
I concur.
I concur. Thank you guys upstairs.
For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. And the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be. America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see. A symbol